Jen here. Welcome to Jen May TV. If you haven't been here before, welcome back. If you have, definitely excited for you to be here. And I'm excited for this video. I actually tested this out myself this last week just so that I'd have the proof so that I'd be able to pass along these golden nuggets to you. Voila! In this video, we're gonna be going over how to add followers on Instagram. If you do this specific to-do list, you're gonna be able to achieve adding at least, I'd say 30, but I was able to get 53 followers on average per day testing this out. This is something that is organic, so if you're trying to find some quick, speedy way to build on Instagram and not do it genuinely, this is not the video for you. But if you are looking to build on Instagram and wanting to develop relationships that are potential customers or clients down the road from a transparent and authentic place, then yes, stay on this video and listen to what I'm going to share, because it does work. Actually go through my exact to-do list of what I did to be able to add 53 followers in one day, less than 24 hours, working only 60 minutes. If you follow this list, I hit 53 on average. I'd say about 30 to 50 if you follow through with this entire list. So it's not always gonna be on target, especially like Saturdays and Sundays when it's not as busy. I actually did this list in the middle of the night and woke up to the followers just adding and adding and adding through the day. So it was pretty powerful. It was really good because I'm a single mom of 2 girls, and it gave me the time to do it and still have the results. And then I was able to, through the day, just answer comments and be able to keep the energy going through the day, just in little 5-minute pockets if I needed to. I'm gonna go through the list here. I pray that it helps you. I'm excited to see your results myself because I was excited about this for myself and for my clients. Number 1 is gonna be knowing your target market. What is your niche? What is it that you personally are providing to people? For example, I am a branding coach, so I help people create their unique brands online. And I'm also a social media strategist, and I teach hacks and I teach ways to develop yourself online through social media platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And so those are the skills and the talents that I bring to the table. That's a lot of the value and content I provide outside of other things like my children and, you know, nature and things that I just love. But that is the number 1 piece of content that I put out there on my Instagram. So you want to make sure that your target niche, the target market that you're looking for, is congruent to what you are potentially trying to sell, what your brand stands for. If you have a brand, if you don't have one, I definitely suggest developing one and making one for yourself online. But what is it that you are potentially trying to sell, or the services you provide? If you don't have any of that and you're just wanting to do this for the fun of it, then just find people that really you resonate with. That, for example, if you're a single parent, like I'm a single parent, then you would look for single parents, right? Single moms or single dads. And so you want to find your target market. The 2 ways that I use is the Explore search. And so you're going to go into your Explore search page on Instagram. You're going to type into the little search engine, for example, single mom, entrepreneur. Those are all things that I look up. Women in business, because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a branding coach, so those are people I look for. So you're gonna wanna do that for your target market or niche. Hit tags and you will see a bunch of tags come up, and then you can decide which ones you want to follow, which is really, really cool. If you can follow those tags, then you, in your feed, when you go on Instagram, it's gonna pop up with the people you normally follow, so you can actually do it on your day in, day out, just scrolling through and doing your 60 comments and likes that way. Sometimes I like to get more specific, and I was more specific on this day. I mixed both of those. I did the first part for half of it, and then the other half, I actually went into accounts that were my target market or niche. And once I was in there, I went into their followers and started developing relationships and commenting and liking there.
Now, you do not need to follow everyone. So I have to make that very, very specific as I go through these steps. You don't need to follow everyone. I'm going to go through the next step and the next one. And one of those is don't do that.
I want to do the follow unfollow method. I definitely suggest unfollow, like if you go to follow someone and you're not really receiving value or content, you don't think that it's going to be a relationship that's going to continue down the road, then don't be afraid to unfollow some people, but don't actually use the strategy to develop yourself on Instagram. Use the organic, genuine building relation strategy that I'm giving you right now if you truly want to find customers and clients for your business. So that is going to be number one. Find that target market or niche. You can go into the tags under the explore, or you can actually go to the specific accounts and go into their followers. If you find accounts along the way that you just truly, there's something that impacts you, you're going to build a relationship with this person, go ahead and send them a direct message as you go through these steps. All right. Some direct messages, at least through the process, will help develop those relationships and solidify more of that genuine foundation for your brand on Instagram. Number two is post content daily. So I suggest at least 2 times a day. Sometimes we all have busy lives, at least once a day. Before I go out and do the steps that I'm about to give you, I at least put up 1 piece of content and 1 story. You want to make sure that those posts are a value of content that is going to inspire, that's going to impact the heart. People work off of emotion. Instagram is very visual, so make sure that your Instagram feed is that visual, intentional piece that people want to follow because it shows you, it shows who you are. So you want to be very intentional about your layout, about your theme. Number 3, I put 60 comments and likes. I was very, very intentional about this. This was not something that I was just going and, whoever I would go on. I was intentional about the people and the individuals that I was reaching out to and commenting. And I made sure, and I make sure always, that everything I'm doing is from a genuine place, that it's authentic, that it truly is wanting to build a relationship, that it's speaking life into people, that it's encouraging and inspiring. You want to make sure that you're making your mark out there in a way that is impactful and isn't just me, 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 me. So if you go out there with that intention of giving, it's going to make all the difference in the response you receive and the amount of followers that you actually get. So you want to make sure that you are personally looking at the person's profile and saying, hey, this is someone I want to follow. This is someone I want to get to know. This is someone that is going to be a great relationship to build, not just in business or in my brand, but just in life in general. So you want to find those people. What I personally did was I mixed it up. I had maybe 25% larger accounts, and then the 75% were accounts that were right around my followers or right around my level, or they were ones that were under, and I was just speaking life into, that were trying to build their Instagram, which is great for what my target market is since I am a social media strategist and coach, and I'm a branding coach. Those are the people I, of course, want to build relationships with. So you want to be very specific about when you are commenting and liking and who you're commenting and liking on. Number 4, you're going to want to follow 5 to 20 people that you actually commented and liked on their post. So those people you're going to want to follow and then send a direct message to. I personally, to hit those 53 followers, I personally added 20 new people. I followed 20 new people on my Instagram. I did not direct message all of them. I only direct messaged probably about 3 to 5 of them. So I didn't go all the way with what I'm sharing with you, but if you do, you're going to see a much higher result than what I've already received. So definitely important that you are building that relationship, that you are following people, but just be very specific on who you're following. Make sure it's your target market. Make sure it's a genuine relationship you want to build, and it's not just trying to get more followers for exchanging follows because you grow faster that way. It does not work if you're trying to build an organic business. Otherwise, if you're just doing it for fun and you just want a bunch of followers, then that's the way you can do that stuff. For me, that's just not genuine, and I've already been down that road. I've made those mistakes of even purchasing followers, and it's just a big, huge mess in my personal opinion. So for me, I want to build strong, lasting relationships that are going to not just pay me over and over and over in business, but most importantly, are going to bring value to my life. That are going to bring value to my life, and I'm going to be able to make an impact in theirs, no matter what we get in any other realm. Like, it's just building those relationships. All right, number 5 is to share and tag. I think we also sort of set this aside, and Instagram is all about engagement.
Hold on one sec. All right. Isn't that so annoying when you're trying to talk on video?
Number 5 is sharing and tagging. This is very, very important to your success, because what Instagram does is they really calculate and they pull you from the feed if you have a high level of engagement, all right? So engagement is very important. So when you say you put up a post and you got a few friends that would really enjoy it, make sure you tag those friends. Or when you're on another post that you really enjoy and another friend would enjoy that post.
That sounds so funny. It's all discombobulated the way it sounds coming out of my mouth.
But when you go on that post, tag a friend that would enjoy that post, if that makes sense. Number 7, as we close up here, is definitely stories. I had already suggested you adding 2 stories a day. If you can add more, go for it. When I hit the 53 followers, I had 2 stories up, I believe, and then I added a 3rd. So you can make it work off of 2 stories. That's some days I just have to do that because I don't have the time. But if you have more time on your hands, create a strategy that works for you that can even add more followers. If you have more than 60 minutes a day to put towards this, you can put in, say, 5 to 10 stories, because that's really where you're going to get your power outside of posting. It's going to be that really reaches people and builds even more of a following. So do your best to do at least 2 a day, but if you can bring it up to like 5 to 10, and if you can do videos on it, just things that really capture the essence of who you are, your personality, reasons why people should follow you, bring value and valuable content into your stories. I mean, there's so many ways to be able to create a following straight through that. Make sure when you are posting on stories that you are using the hashtag option and you're using the shout out option, the @whatever person that you want to give a shout out or a connection to. Just a side note, when you are looking for hashtags, make sure that if you are a brand new account or you're in the newer realm and you're just building followers, you want to keep it around 50,000 to, I'd say, 500,000 if you are brand new. If you're you're at the hundreds or maybe like right on the cusp of 1,000, keep it right around 50,000 to 800,000 when you're looking for a hashtag. When you get in those millions, unless you have a huge following, you are going to just be pushed down all the way down to the bottom. So you want to make sure that you are specific about your hashtags. You have to do a little more research when you're doing that, but it is no problem to do because it simply comes up as you're putting them in, and it shouldn't take any more than an extra 30 seconds. Closing up here, the very last step is I just direct messaged, I think it was about 3 to 5, like I said. If you can do at least that a day, that'll be very beneficial. Every time you follow someone, direct message them. That's what I would suggest. And just want to get to know them, build that relationship, maybe compliment or just respond to one of their posts or in their story, and just start up that conversation, strike it up to where you are building strong, genuine relationships on Instagram. So that's basically it, guys. That is how I was able to add 53 followers on Instagram in that very short amount of time. Awesome. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of Jen May TV. If you haven't already, please subscribe below, and then you also can follow me on Instagram and follow me on Facebook, and those will be right here listed, and they'll be right below also. Everyone have a blessed day. I hope that this video helps you. I hope that it'll make a difference in your business. I'd love to hear your results. So if you follow this, just try it out for 24 hours and go ahead and just like this video if you're gonna try it out, and comment below with your results 24 hours later. I'd love to see and hear how it has worked and helped you. Excited for my next video where I'm actually gonna go through the steps of creating your Instagram, making the feed and the look professional. Really just tips and tricks on making it look attractive. So I'll see you in that next video. If it's not below just yet, it will be out soon. So everyone have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
My name's Jen, and I love to help other people brand themselves, help other people brand themselves. Yes,